Hey, what's up, folks? Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about the integrated repository in OpenShift. Hope you enjoying this video. Let's get started. When we work on OpenShift, we want to find a safe place for our images. We have several options here. First, we can go with a public repository or registry. The most popular one is Docker Hub. It's fantastic and quite easy to use. However, there could be a few issues with using public registry like Docker Hub. One obvious matter is, when you use public registry, you have to push your image through the internet. Depends on your image size, it could be pretty slow and sometimes frustrating. Another thing is, when you pull your image down from a public repository, you might encounter a rate limit issue. You could get a message, you have reached your pull rate limit. Sometimes, it could be hard to troubleshoot this kind of issue. A third concern about using a public repository is that maybe you don't want your image get exposed to the internet. The second option we have here is to use a private repository. Some organizations build their own image registry with software like JFrog, but if you're in a small organization or IT team, it may not be worth it to do so. While most of the beginners don't know, there is a third option here, right inside of your OpenShift platform. An integrated image registry or repository. Isn't that amazing? We're going to take a deep look. Let me pull up my admin console, get into my project, go to the image streams. There are no image streams found as we haven't done any build yet. We're going to create one for this demonstration's purpose. I'm going to go with the default values here. So it's created. We have an image repository created. You can see it comes with a private URL and a public one. Basically, they're referring to the same repository. We'll talk about the differences later. If we go down a bit, there's a link. Do you need to work with this image stream outside of the web console? If I click on that, it gives us some details on how to leverage this feature. Think about the scenario that we have a custom image. We want to upload it to the OpenShift internal registry so our project can use it. We don't need to grab any source code and build into this image, as it's just a piece of infrastructure. So how do we do that? Let me show you. I need to grab my credentials. And log in through a command prompt. Into my workspace. I've got a Docker file, which is a customized version of the web server Nginx. I'm going to use this as an example to build a Docker image. I'm going to type the command docker build. I'm going to tag it as my Nginx. Oops, it looks like Docker is not running, so I'm just going to start Docker first. Okay, so now Docker is started. I'm just going to do it again. So it's building the Docker image. Now that the Docker image has been built, we're going to upload it to the integrated repository. Remember the public URL for the repository? We're going to leverage that one. As the server name of the public URL is too long, I'm going to put it into a variable. Next, I'm going to log into the repository with docker login command. As you can see, I used OC command to grab my credentials from this session to authenticate against the repository. Now I'm going to retag my image. You can see the original name of the image is my nginx. I just tagged it with the image stream name we created on the admin console. Then we're going to push this image into the image repository. Now the image has been pushed. If we go back to the admin console, we can find the new image in the image registry or image stream that we have just created. So how do we refer to this image from our project? Let me show you. It's very simple. Let me open up my Visual Studio Code. Here's an example that I created for this demonstration's purpose. You can see I just pointed the image to the private URL we discussed before. Don't forget your tag. Another thing is, this new image is with my dev namespace. If I want my paths in the stage namespace to use that image, I need to create a row banding. Let me show you how. Let's go back to the command prompt. I'm going to enter a command. Okay, so the row banding has been successfully added. Now the path from the stage namespace also got access to the image. Alright, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. If you have any question, please put in a comment below. If you like this video and want to see more videos like this, please subscribe to our channel, Learn Tech with Jack.